visualizations. Last class we discussed visuals for visualizing KPI data. What data we discussed last class? KPI data. In the KPI data, yesterday's class we discussed 5 visuals. How many visuals? 5 visuals. Now when you go to the list of visuals for visualizing KPI data, how many visuals we discussed? 5 visuals, right? And I shared one extra video also yesterday about what? Visuals for visualizing geographical data. So before I go here, open Power BI desktop and load some tables first. Open Power BI desktop, click on blank report and go to model view and load some tables. Click on get data Excel, sample superstore and load the orders table. Just going to load orders table, click on load. When I go here, go to report view and see the visuals. In the visuals for visualizing geographical data, I explain about one visual called what? Map, field map. So in this category, how many visuals we discussed? 2 visuals. How many visuals? 2 visuals. One is map visual, second one is field map. So first we start with categorical data, we discussed 9 visuals. Date and time data, we discussed 8 visuals. And you got one extra video about geographical data. You will find explanation about how many visuals? 2 visuals. Yesterday we discussed visuals for KPI data. So around 5 visuals we discussed. 5 visuals. And finally, before that I shared one video which explained about extra video, 2 visuals. Now, there is something called visuals for presenting the data in what? Structured format. In this category also, you have only 2 visuals. What are the 2 visuals you will have is, one is table visual, second one is matrix visual. So there is one visual with the name called what? Table, and second visual called what? Matrix. The 2 visuals will comes under what? Presenting the data in the structured format. One is table visual, second one is what? Matrix visual. Okay, we'll come back there. So now we'll come back here. I'll discuss today about something called additional visuals or what? Some additional visuals or AI visuals I'll discuss. So let's start with this one. And this one is pending. We'll talk about them. So let's go and understand some additional visuals or AI visuals. First, in this, I'll discuss, if you go to the first row, go to the visualization and check row by row. Have we done with all the visuals in the first row? Have we discussed? Yes, we discussed first row, all the visuals. Second row also, we discussed all the visuals. In the third row, ribbon chart, waterfall chart, we discussed. Have we discussed funnel chart? This is funnel chart. We have not discussed. We will discuss about what? Funnel chart. And beside the funnel chart, you have scatter chart. We have not discussed. So in the third row, we discussed pie chart, donut chart. We discussed ribbon chart and waterfall chart. We don't discuss these 2 visuals. The 2 visuals I'll discuss. What are the 2 visuals name? One is funnel chart. And second one is what? Scatter chart. Let's discuss these 2 visuals. Okay, first, let's start with funnel chart. As usual, when you want to learn any visual, we need to learn 3 things. When you want to learn any visual, how many things we need to learn? 3 things. What are the 3 things we need to learn? Purpose, field wells, formatting options. First, let me tell you what is the purpose of funnel chart. In taking a funnel chart, I'll tell you in what scenarios you guys need to use the funnel chart. In what scenarios we need to use the funnel chart is, funnel chart is used to understand multiple process data. Funnel chart is used to understand multiple process data. What is that? Multiple process data. What is that multiple process data? And let me explain. What is that multiple process data means? Take an example. There are some business where there are sometimes when you want to do some work, you'll have multiple process. Take an example, one company need to hire an employee. When a company need to hire an employee, there will be some multiple steps. So what is the first step is HR will go to job portals and they will get the profiles, pick the profiles, right profiles, screening. So they will screen some profiles which are relevant to their skill set. After that, they'll conduct technical interview one. What they'll conduct? Technical interview. So sometimes they'll conduct technical interview two also. After technical interview, they will conduct manager round. After manager round, one more HR round will be there, and finally they'll hire the profile. When you want to hire an employee, multiple steps are there. Yes or no? Starting from this. So each one we can call it, just a second. Each one we can call it as one process. Each one we can call it as what? One process. Okay, whenever we need multiple process to understand how many people profiles got screened, from there how many people go for technical round one, from there how many people go to technical round two, from there how many people go to manager round, and how many people go to HR, and how many people get selected. To understand from one process to how many second process, how many people are going, that kind of data we can present best in where? Funnel chart. So not only that, guys, there are a lot of business, they will have multiple process. Take an example, this training institute. In this training institute also, multiple teams will be working here. So in my training institute, I'll have three teams, especially here. What are the three teams you'll have is, first is marketing team. Which one? Marketing team. So marketing team will tell that we are providing this course and they will promote it. After the marketing team, you will have front desk team. What you will have? Front desk team. So this marketing team will get the leads, and that leads will provide to what? Front desk team. Front desk team will provide the proper information about that course. What is the duration? How much time it will take? What is the fees they'll charge? And when they give the proper information, that lead will go to where? Trainers. That lead will go to where? Trainers. So like this, how many teams are working here? Three teams. Marketing team, front desk team, and trainers. If all these three teams are performing good, then only we'll get the proper results. Then only we'll get what? Results. If any one of this team is not performing good, we don't get the proper results. So whenever we need to understand this kind of process data, sometimes a company will have 10 different process. There will be a lot of confusion when the business is not doing good. Out of 10 process, which process is not doing good, which process is doing good, identifying that is difficult. Here also, I need to identify which process we are not doing good, whether we are not doing with marketing, or whether we are not doing with good with front desk, or whether we are not doing good with trainers. And wherever we are not doing good, we need to correct it. Then only we'll get what? Proper results. So to understand where we are doing good and where we are not doing good, where we can understand the data better is in the funnel chart. So funnel chart is used to understand what? Whenever you have multiple process data, to understand that multiple process data, will go and present the data in where? Funnel chart. Let's see now. Okay, so to explain the funnel chart, I have some sample data. I just prepared some sample data. Go to Excel, Power View material, Power View source files. Go to an Excel file called KPI. I open that Excel, and there is one table called funnel. I just bring the table, click on load, guys. Just bring the table. When I go to this table, you have a table with simple data, category column and value column. These are the statistics of this training institute. These are the statistics of what? Training institute. So when my marketing team is doing the marketing, how many people are coming to website? Site users means website. How many people are coming is 1020 people are coming to what? Website. Out of 1020 people, how many people are doing inquiries? 800 people. Out of 800 people, how many people are attending demo? 200. Out of demo, how many people gets registered? 150. Out of 150, how many people gets placed? 100. So these are the statistics. Each one is a process. First process is site users. Second process is inquiries. Third one is demo attended, registered, and placed. Now, I need to understand which process we are doing good, which process we are not doing good. So rather than comparing the numbers, by looking at the numbers also, you can understand where we are doing good and bad. Rather than this, You can go and present this data in the graphical format, and then you can understand. So if you want to present this in the graphical format, it's a multiple process data. What is the visual you need to use? Funnel chart. In the funnel chart, we already written the purpose here, right? Now we need to understand field wells. What are the field wells you have? Category, value, tooltip. Tell me category, dimension column or fact column? Dimension. You can drag one or multiple related dimension columns. Into value, fact columns. You can drag fact column. Into tooltips, fact columns. Simple field wells. Now go to here, drag the dimension column. Category is a dimension column. Drag it to the category. Value is a fact column. Drag it to the value. Now, now it is showing the numbers in thousands. I don't like to see numbers in thousands. I need to see the complete number. How to get the complete number is go to format, data labels. In the data labels, go to values. In the values, you need to change display units to none. It will show complete number. Now, if you look at the visual, the overall success ratio of this business is only what? 9.8. 9.8% is the success. So if I take this 9.8 to 20%, will this institute get double the revenue or not? Yes. If your success ratio is just 9.8, if you are getting some revenue, if you take this to the 20%, you'll get double the revenue. So how to take this to the 20%? We need to check it case. First, we need to know in which process we are doing bad. Some freight users to enquiries, here there is a small drop, acceptable. So when enquiries to demo attended, there is a huge drop. Where is the huge drop? Enquiries to, we are getting the enquiries, but those people are not attending what? Demo. So people who are coming to website, it's not mandated that everyone need to do enquiry. Some people who like their content, they will only do what? Enquiry. Otherwise, they don't do enquiry. Okay, some people will drop. When there is a less drop, acceptable. You are not supposed to expect 100 out of people doing enquiries. But people who are doing enquiries, when it comes to demo attended, very less people are attending. How many people do enquiry? How many people got attended demo? To a lot of drop is there or not? The major problem is from second process to what? Third process. From demo attended to register, there is a drop. Acceptable. Registered to place, there is a drop, but small drop acceptable. Big drop is there where enquiries to demo attended. So first, if you want to correct, which specific place you need to correct? Enquiries to demo attended. We need to go and find out the reasons why demo attended count is less. So there you need to figure out the reasons. What are the reasons you will have is, first reason you will have is, we are not conducting the sufficient number of demos. Might be we are conducting less number of demos. That is one reason. Or second reason is we are not conducting the demos in the proper timings. Odd timings when you conduct, people might not join. Third reason is might be my front desk team is not providing proper information to the people to attend the demo. So this kind of reasons we need to figure out, and we need to correct that reasons. When you correct that reasons, this number will increase or not. If I go and conduct more demos, if I choose the proper time for the demos, if I change my front desk team to do proper follow-ups, our count will increase. As soon as this count will increase, this percentage will increase or not? Yes, sir. Now, when I go and hover on any particular value, what is the advantage of funnel chart is, when I go and hover on any particular value, I hover on what? Demo attended. Category is what? Demo attended. How many people got attended to the demo? 200. It will compare demo attended with what? Website users, and it will use the percentage. Percentage of what? First. Percentage of first means it is comparing demo attended with what? Site users. When you compare demo attended with website users, how many percentage? 90. That means when 100% are 100 people are coming to the website, 19 people are attending what? Demo. And it is not only comparing demo attended with site users, it comparing demo attended with what? Enquiries. Percentage of previous. Percentage of previous means it is comparing demo attended with what? Enquiries. Percentage of first means comparing demo attended with what? Website users. So percentage of previous, how much percentage? 25%. When you are getting 100 enquiries, How many people are attending the demo? 25. Out of 100 enquiries, how many people? 25. How many people are dropping out of 100? 75 people are dropping between enquiries and what? Demo attended. It will show in the percentages. So by looking at here, we can understand where there is a drop. You don't need to go and see the numbers also in the tooltip. By seeing the visual itself, you can see small drop or big drop here so that you can understand which process we are not doing good. Simple. Purpose is simple. Field wells are simple. Now, formatting options. Which one? First one is what? Colors. If you want to change any colors here, you can change it. Next one, data labels. To format this internal numbers, you can change it in where? Data. Next one, category labels. To format this text values, we can format in where? Category labels. Next one, conversion rate labels. We call them as what? Conversion rate labels. This 100%, 9.8%, we call it as what? Conversion rate labels. If you don't want to show them, you can stop it. Do you see conversion rate labels now? If you want to get it, you can get it. If you want to bold it, you can bold it. If you want to format this conversion rate labels, you can format it. That is about which visual? Funnel chart. We completed understanding which visual? Funnel chart. Next, we'll try to understand what? Scatter chart. Let's see what is the scatter chart. Take the scatter chart. So what is the visual name? Scatter chart. Scatter chart also call it as bubble chart. Some people will call it as scatter chart. Some people will call it as bubble chart. So first I'll write the purpose, then I'll explain. Or else we'll come back and write the purpose. First try to understand the visual. When I take the scatter chart, try to go and see how many field wells are there. So slowly look at here how many field wells are there. What is the first field well name? Value. Second field well name? X-axis. Third one? Y-axis. Legend. Size. Play axis. Tooltip. Almost 7 field wells are there. How many? 7. This is the visual where you will have more number of field wells. Okay, I have 7 field wells. Now we need to know what kind of columns we will drag it here. So first, let's say I want to show in the scatter chart region-wise sales and profit. What I need to show? Region-wise sales as well as profit. How to show region-wise sales and profit? We guys need to show region-wise sales and profit. Just a second, guys. So in this visual, how to show region-wise sales and profit? Let me show you. First, you need to go to values. Values here is for dimension column. Which column? Dimension. We can drag one or multiple related dimension column. What you can drag? One or multiple related dimension column. Now go to orders table, drag the region column. Which column? Region column. Or else before you drag region column, leave it region. Next one you have is what? X-axis. This is what? X-axis. In the X-axis, okay, this is X-axis. We need to drag one fact column. How many you can drag? One fact column. One fact column. Sales. In the X-axis, I would like to show what? Sales. Go and drag the sales. What is the sales we are doing is here 2 million, here 3 million. The value is somewhere here. How much sales we are doing? Roughly 2.3 million. How much? Roughly I'm asking 2.3 million. And Y-axis is that. Y-axis is for one more fact column. One more fact column. What is the one more fact column? Profit. Go and drag the profit to Y-axis. Now in the Y-axis, what you are showing? Profit. X-axis, what you are showing? Sales. Sales and profit, right? Now intersection it will show. This is the sales value and this is the profit value. How much sales is there? Around 2.3. How much profit is there? Around 3 million. 0.3 million. Around 0.3 million. Okay. So now intersection of sales and profit, you are showing one bubble. Now this value is for how many regions? 4 regions. I want to split this 4 regions value into each region. What? Each region. Then you want to drag the region to value. When you go and drag the region to value, how many bubbles you got? 4 bubbles. Why you got 4 bubbles? Because 4 regions. If I go and drag category, how many bubbles you'll get? 3. Why? Because 3 categories. Now I'm going to drag region for time being. Region. Now I would like to see which region it is. Now am I seeing region names? No. This bubble is for which region? I will not see here. How to get that is go to where? Format. Then go to where? Category labels. Do what? On. When I do on, I'm getting region. Right. Which region is doing highest sales and highest profit here? West is the one which is doing highest sales and highest profit. West is having the sales more than 0.7 million and having profits more than 100K. Second highest sales and second highest profit. East is the one which is doing second highest sales and second highest profit. Now, someone tell me, listen to the question carefully. I'm comparing South and Central. I'm asking to compare only what? South and Central. Tell me, when you compare South and Central, which region is doing more sales? South is doing more sales or Central is doing more sales?
South.
Central is doing more sales. Sales you are showing in the x-axis. South is doing 0.4 million sales. Central is doing how much sales? Which one is more? Compare South and Central, which is doing more profit? South is
Central.
giving more profit.
South one.
Central is giving what? Less profit. Even though Central is doing more sales, you are getting what? Less profit. Even though South is doing less sales, you are getting what? More profit. West is the one which is doing more sales and what? More profit. So whenever we need to compare two measure values, you'll use what? Scatter chart. Right that point? What is the, see here you are comparing two fact values. One fact value show x-axis, another fact value show y-axis. You are comparing sales and profit for what? Each region. For each region. Okay, any column. You not only can drag region here. If you want, you can compare it for what? Category. You can compare it for what? Category. Which category is doing highest sales and highest profit? Technology is one which is doing highest sales and highest profit. Let's drag the region for time being. So whenever we need to compare two measure values, where is the best place you can compare? Scatter chart. Whenever we need to compare two measure values means fact values. Two measure values or fact values. We will use which visual? Scatter chart. Okay, now scatter chart or bubble chart. So I want to make this visual even much better. Now every bubble is showing equal size, right? Instead of showing every bubble equal size, this visual will get the better look when you change the bubble size based on the sales. Based on the sales. Now, I want to give the bubble size based on the sales. So where you have more sales, bigger bubble. Where you have less sales, small bubble. Now you need to give South small bubble or bigger bubble? Small. South is doing less sales. You need to give West bigger bubble or small bubble? Bigger. So how can you change the bubble sizes? There is a field well with the name called what? Size. Into the size we need to drag what? Sales. Why? Because you need to give this bubble size based on what? Sales value. Go and drag the sales value to the size. Now you see South is small when compared to what? West. We are giving the bubble size. It looking much better than previous. See, instead of region, you go and drag a subcategory, even you will see much better. There are some subcategories you have small bubbles, right? There are some subcategories you have bigger bubble, right? Why? How you are getting this bubble size? Based on the sales. The subcategories which are doing less sales, small bubbles, which are doing more sales, you are getting bigger bubbles. For some reasons, if you want bubbles like this, you can go. So, okay, no problem, drag the region for time being. So we are trying to understand the field wells. We already written what? Purpose. We are trying to understand what? Field wells. Into value, I said that what type of columns? One or multiple related dimension columns. One or multiple related dimension columns. When you drag multiple related dimension columns, with that it will create what? Hierarchy. With that it will create what? Drill down visual. The same point. X-axis we can drag what? One fact column. Y-axis we can drag what? One fact column. And you have something called what? Legend. We can drag dimension column. We also know legend, right? Now you are showing only region-wise sales and profit. I want to show region-wise, category-wise. Which one? Category. We can add the category to where? Legend. When I drag the category to legend, now East region technology is doing highest sales. And which combination is doing highest profit? Which combination? Which region and category combination is doing highest profit? West office supplies is doing what? Highest profit. Highest profit. Like this, now you are showing here what? Region wise, category wise, sales, profit. So I said that it's not mandatory that we need to drag the columns to every field well. When you try to add the columns to every field well, understanding the visual will become difficult. So go and remove what here? Category, make it simple. Make it simple. Okay, we understand legend is for what? How many dimension columns? One dimension column. Next one is what? Size. Size is for what? One fact column. One fact column. Now you have a field well called what? Play axis. I'll talk about this play axis. This is a field well which we are seeing for the first time. I'll talk about it. Next one is what? Tooltip. Tooltip is for what? Many fact columns. Now I want to add quantity also to the visual. Where we can add quantity? Tooltips. Go to the tooltips and drag what? Quantity. Now when I go on over here, I can see region wise sales, profit, and what? Quantity. Sales, profit, and quantity. Next one is what? Play axis. One pending field well you need to understand is play axis. Let's remove it for now. Time being, unnecessary fields you remove it. Okay, that's fine. Now, what is this play axis is? Generally, into the play axis, we'll drag date dimension column. Which column? Keep in mind here, which column is recommended? Date dimension column. Now, currently, we are seeing this data for how many years is? 4 years. How many years? 4 years. I want to see in this each year separately by by using play button. Into the go to play axis, go to order date, drag which column? Year. When I drag the year, it added a play button here. Which button? So when you drag any column, based on that column, you can play it. I drag which column now? Year. How many years it is showing? 14, 15, 16, 17. Which year data by default it will show? It will show last year data. Last year is what? 17. But you can go and see how the values are. Now I'm seeing which values? 14. In 14 year, which region is doing more sales and more profit? West. In 15 year, 15 is doing east, higher sales, and 16 year, east. 17 year, west is doing as. Like this, you can play and you can see. You can play and it will change the values for 15 like this. Or else you can go any value and you can see it. Yes or no? When I select 2015, I can see 2015. When I select 2016, I can see 2016, 2017. We can not only drag year, and we can even drag any date column. What I drag? Month. How many months are there? 12 months. Now, which month data it is showing by default? December. If you want to see February, which region is doing highest sales and highest profit? South. It is south, guys. In April, east. Like that, you can go to any particular month. That month you can see it. So like that, when you want to see year level, go and drag the year. After dragging the year, and once it got played, you can click on any particular region. Just see, I click on east. When I click on east, it is drawing a line. Yes or no? So it is showing 4 values here. How many values? First value is for which year? 14. Second value? 15. Third value? 16. Last value? 17. It is telling east region how the sales and profit values are changing over a period of time. Now you tell me, compare 14 and 15. Tell me sales value increased or decreased. I'm asking 14 and 15. Sales value increased. Profit value increased. Compare 15 and 16. Tell me sales value increased or decreased. Sales value increased. Profit value decreased. When it go towards right, sales increased. When it go towards bottom, profit decreased. When it go up, profit increased. Now 15 to 16, sales increased, going right, but line is slightly coming down, profit decreased. From 16 to 17,
Increased.
both sales and profit got increased. Same way, when I click on south, tell me this value is for which year? 14. This value is for what? 15. This value is for what? 16. This value is for what? 17. You compare 14 and 15 for south. For what? South. When I compare 14 and 15, sales got reduced or increased? Reduced. Profits slightly going down. Reduced. From 15 to 16, both sales and profit increased. 16 to 17, Sales increased,
Sales increased, profits
profit
decreased.
decreased. Sales increased, profit decreased. Like that, we can see it, guys. We can play and we can draw the line if you want. That is play axis. So these are the field wells. We got the idea about what? Every field well. To make it simple, I'll remove this one also. If you want, you can drag it, otherwise remove it. Now we understand purpose of scatter chart. We understand field wells. Then we need to understand what? Formatting options, guys. So similar formatting options. First one, x-axis, next one, y-axis, next one, legend currently it is not showing. Why? Because there is no column in what? Legend. If you drag it, then it will enable. Go to next one, grid lines. Grid lines for what purpose? Dotted lines. Next one, is it required zoom slider now? Not required. We are able to read them properly. Next one, markers. Instead of circles, if you want to show different markers over there, we can change it. That markers what you want. Next one, category label. To format this text values, we can format in where? Category label. Next one, plot area background. What is the purpose? Background image. Background image to the visual. That are the formatting options you have. Simple formatting options. We done with understanding scatter chart also. Next visual we'll discuss is there is a visual called decomposition tree. What is the visual I'll discuss? Decomposition tree. Decomposition tree visual. So let's try to understand this decomposition tree visual is a AI visual. Next visual I'm going to discuss today is what? Decomposition tree. When I go to this decomposition tree is a AI related visual. See, if you go to insert, in the insert, there is something called what? AI visual. There is a visual called what? Decomposition tree, Q&A visual, narrative visual. This visuals comes under what type of visuals? Yeah, I'll talk about them, guys. Now I take the decomposition tree. Uh, so what is this decomposition trees? Before I start the writing purpose, let's try to understand the field wells. What we'll try to understand? Field wells. So we need to analyze using decomposition tree. I need to analyze sales value. Which value? So that means into the analyze, we need to drag fact column. Which column? Fact column. We can drag only one fact column. Only one fact column. I want to analyze which one? Sales. And what is the next field well? Explain by. Explain by. So into the explain by, we can drag multiple dimension columns. What you can drag? I want to explain the sales. I want to ask my AI visual to explain the sales based on what dimension columns. So here, advantage is we can drag whether related or non-related dimension column. Previously, when I talk about any visual, when I take a line chart, I said that into the x-axis, we need to drag what? Related dimension columns. When you take column chart into x-axis, I said what? We need to drag related dimension columns. When I said pie chart into the legend, we need to drag what I said? Related dimension columns. Previously, when I said any field well, I said that we need to drag related dimension columns only. But in this decomposition tree, no matter, you can drag any type of column, any type of column. Into explain by, I can drag category, I can drag subcategory. Any order is fine. I can drag region, I can drag ship mode, I can drag segment. So whether this dimension columns are related or non-related. Non-related. Into explain guy, we can drag what dimension columns you want, you can drag it. Simple guess. Okay, analyzing the sales based on what? All these dimension columns. So now I have another field will called what? 20. We still want to show one more fact column. That one more fact column we can drag into where? 20. Simple field wells. Now you can save this visual. You can publish this visual. You can share this visual with your clients. With your clients. Now client first initially see overall sales. What is our overall sales? Roughly 2.3 million. 22 lakhs 97,000. It is how much? 2.3 million. I can analyze the sales based on what columns you see. You can analyze, explain by what? All the columns. When I go and click on, clients can click on the plus button. When they click on plus button, they can see all the dimension columns what we dragged. What dimension columns we dragged? Category, sales, region, zip code. Based on which dimension column they need to analyze, they can click on it. When I click on category, it is showing the sales based on what? It split the sales based on what? Category. How many sales you got? 3. Which category is doing highest sales? Technology. Which one is doing lowest sales? Office supplies. When you sum these 3 numbers, how much you'll get? 22 lakhs 97,000. Now technology is doing, this is the sales, right? For how many regions? 4 regions. I can click on one more time what? Plus, and I click on what? Region. Does it showing 4 regions? Yes, it is showing for 4 regions. Let's give a more space. Let's give a more space. Now you can see 4 regions, right? In technology, which region is doing highest? Is which region is doing lowest? South. Now I can remove it again. Okay, once I understand category each region wise, again I can click on this. I can click on what? Category. And this time that category I need to split based on what? Subcategory. Technology have how many subcategories? 4. Which one is doing highest? Phones. In technology, phones is doing highest. Which one is doing lowest? Copiers. This phones is how many region sales? 4. When I go and click on this, I can click on what? Region. Is it showing that 4 regions? Yes. So first overall sales. When you create the visual, by default it will show overall sales. That overall sales, however we want, we can split it. It's not that you need to go with category, then subcategory. You can go and split it based on any order. Directly I can go and split based on what? Segment also. See here. Now I'm going to split the sales directly based on which column? Segment. How many segments are there? 3 segments. Decomposition tree allow you to show the data based on allow you to drill down the data based on any dimension column in any order. Decomposition tree will allow you to drill down the data, split the data uh, based on any dimension column or any order. So it is not that you want to drag only related dimension columns or any dimension columns. So we can drag any dimension column. So we can split based on first level, second level, third level, fourth level, fifth level, or I can directly go to fifth level also. Any dimension, any order. Decomposition tree will allow you to show the data based on any dimension in any order. Decomposition tree allow you to uh, show the data based on any dimension and any order. Any dimension and what? Any order. So whenever we need to analyze the data based on multiple dimensions and whatever the order you want, what is the best visual? Decomposition tree. That is the purpose of decomposition tree. Yes. We understand what the decomposition tree will do. If someone asks you, what is the decomposition tree will do? Decomposition tree will allow you to analyze the data based on what? Any dimension, any order. So we can analyze what here? Sales based on all these dimensions in whatever the order you want. You can split it. This segment is doing, consumer segment is doing the sales. For how many regions it is? 4. I can go and click on what? Region. It will tell which region is doing. Consumer doing good in which region? Was doing bad in which region? So, okay, that's fine, guys. That is decomposition tree. Once after the decomposition tree, the next visual you have is a Q&A visual. What is the visual? A next visual I'll talk here is, there is one visual with the name called Q&A visual. What is the visual name? Beside the decomposition tree, you have what? Q&A. Let's see what is the purpose of this Q&A visual. Similar kind of formatting options you have. Just go to format and try to export it. Category labels, values, headers, conditional formatting, bars, tree, analyze. So you just export it. Fine. Next one, what? Q&A visual. What is this Q&A visual is? Go here. So sometimes you will create a lot of visuals. I'm creating a report in Power BI Desktop. And in that report, I added a lot of pages. In each page, I create a lot of visuals. My client go to each page and they are trying to understand the data. and they go to all the pages, they understand lot, they see lot of visuals and they understand their business, how they are doing, but still they have some questions. Even though they go to all the 5 pages, even though they go to all the visuals, still they have what? Some questions. Some questions about their data. Who have the questions about the data? Clients. Clients, even though the developer developed this report, created a lot of visuals, that lot of visuals given a lot of answers to the questions, but still he have what? Questions about the data. Now, when he still have the questions, he no need to approach the developer again. You can ask client to clarify his doubts by his own using a visual called what? Q&A. Q&A is a visual, AI related visual. So client will go to this Q&A visual and he can ask the question what he have. And this Q&A visual will give the result in the visual format. Which format? Visual. Write that point. Q&A visual will allow you to write the using Q&A visual. Clients can ask their questions and it will give the results in the form of what? Visuals. Q&A visual will allow clients to write the questions using natural language. Allow clients to write questions using what? Using natural language. Natural language. Natural language means how we are speaking now. What's your name? Like that, we can ask some questions. So, natural language. And give the results in what format? And give results in visual format. Q&A visual will give the result in what? Visual format. Now, so I can just go to any one of the page, and in any one of the page, you go and add this Q&A visual. How to add the Q&A visual? There are many ways. Go to visualizations, click on what? Q&A. It will add the Q&A visual. This is one way. This is one way. This is not only the way. I'll tell you guys. Other ways, it added a Q&A. This is how Q&A visual will look like. What is the second way is, go to where? Insert Q&A. It added the Q&A visual. This is the second way. And third way is, when you go to report canvas, double click on it. What you need to do here? When I click on double click, it will add which visual again? Q&A. See, when I double click on it, it is adding which visual? Q&A visual. Okay, when you add the Q&A visual, it will show, it will give a space to write the questions. Who will write the questions here? Clients. Clients can write their questions. So they are giving some suggestions. This is how you can write the questions. What is that? Total sales, total profit. Like this, we can type the questions and number of ship modes we have. But they will get the result in which format? Visual format. So now, let's say I selected number of ship modes. I write something number of ship modes and just click on enter, guys. How many ship modes are there? 4. Is it showing correctly? How many ship modes are there? When I go to orders table, when I go to ship mode, which column? Ship mode column. How many ship modes are there? 4. You have 4 ship modes. Like this, we can type our own question. Let's go and remove this question. Okay, they understand 4 ship modes. Now I am selecting what? Total sales. When I select total sales, now what is the total sales value? 22,97,000. I can remove this. Now I can click on what? Total profit. How much is the total profits? 2,86,000. So like this, I can just type what I want to see. Let's say now I want to see category wise sales. What I need to see? I can type sales by category. What I'm typing? Sales by category. When I go and type sales by category, enter, it is giving category wise sales in the bar chart. In where? Bar chart. I don't want in the bar chart, I want in pie chart. I can write in pie. In where? Pie. When I click on in pie, it is giving category wise sales in pie chart or not? Like this, I type the question. Generally, developer will not type the question here. You will create this visual. You will save this visual. You will publish this to client. Share it with the client. Will type the questions and he'll get the results in which format? Visual format. Let's see. I want to see top 5 customers based on their sales here. What I need to see? In this, I want to see there are a lot of customers with us. When I go to customers table, when I select customer name, how many customers are there? 793 customers. Out of 793 customers, I need to see top 5 customers based on what? Sales. What client can type the question. What they can type? Top 5 customer name by sales. Top 5 customer name by what? Sales. When I type this, am I getting top 5 customers here? Only 5 customers it is showing. So like this, client can type natural language questions. They can get result in which format? Visual format. So this visual, not only client can use it, even this visual can be used by developers. Now, clients will use the Q&A visual to get the results in the form of visual format to their questions. Not only clients can use it, developers also can use Q&A visual, also can use Q&A visual to create visuals quickly. To create what? Visuals quickly. So take an example. I want to create a visual where I need to show top 5 customers based on sales. What I need to create? Top 5 customer based on sales. What are the steps to create? First, you need to take one visual. And next step is what? You need to drag customer name. You need to drag sales. I don't want to show all customers and all sales. I need to see top 5. For that, go to filters, customer name. Some people are filtering the data based on sales. You need to filter the data based on customer name. Customer name, what filter? Top N, how many customers? 5 based on what? Sales. When I click on apply, is it showing top 5 customers? Lot of steps you do, right? What is the another way to get this bar chart like this is just remove this. Go and take which visual? Q&A. In the Q&A, just go and type top 5 customer name by what? Sales. When I go and type this, it is showing top 5 customers by sales, right? There is an option here. What is this? Turn this Q&A result into a standard visual. Till now, this visual is what? Q&A. I can remove the question. I can write another question. But now I want to convert it to bar chart. How can you convert it to bar chart? Standard visual. It is a what visual now? Q&A or bar chart? Bar chart. I created this visual by just writing. Who created this visual? Developer. By just a click. I said that Q&A visual can be used by clients. They can write the questions. They can get the results in what? Visual format. Q&A visual also can be used by what? Developers to create what? Visuals quickly. So there is an option, convert into a standard visual, that you can convert it. So fine. That is about Q&A visual. Q&A visual don't have any field wells. If you look at here, Q&A visual, when you add it, when I go to field section, do you have any field wells here? No. Do you want to drag any column? No. We can type the questions based on the columns available in what? Table. You cannot go and type whatever the columns. You want to type the columns only that are available in where? Table. Let's say I want to see ABC value. ABC. ABC column is not available there. When I go and type ABC, it is telling me what? We don't understand what is your question. That kind of column is not available in where? Table. That is the reason it's not giving. Column should be there. If we go and type category, when I go and sorry guys, when I go and write category, it will show category available. So demo attended, enquiries placed, registered, site users. There is a column called what? Category. Okay, like that. If there is any column which is available, then it will show. If not, it will not. It will not show. So there is no field wells. Only you will have is formatting options. Only you will have is what? Formatting. Question field. In order to format this particular area, we can format in what? Question field. There you will write some text, right? The text how you want, you can format in what? Restatement text. And there are something called suggestions. What type of questions your clients can ask? You are giving some suggestions here. My clients are clever enough to write their questions. They don't want any suggestions here. I can go to where? Suggestions, stop this. Now I don't want any suggestions. My clients know how to type their questions. They'll get result in which format? visual format. So these are the simple formatting options you have. Okay. So we understand which visual? Q&A. Next visual after Q&A is smart narrative visual. Beside the Q&A visual, you have what? Narrative visual. This narrative visual is also a visual. I'll tell you what is this. If you take, let me create two visuals here. I'm creating a pie chart. In the pie chart, let me show category wise sales. Which one? Go and drag the category and go and drag the sales. Do some basic formatting like stopping the legend, changing the label style to category comma value. General go to effects, add visual border. Okay. Now let's create another visual where we would like to show year wise sales. Take another line chart. What I would like to show? Year sales. Go to format, copy the format painter, paste it, go and enable the data labels. Okay, you have couple of visuals. What I'm planning to do is, I'm planning to write some summaries about this visual. What I'm planning to write? Summary. Summary means explanation about these two visuals. Some people, they want a explanation in the form of text. In the form of what? Text. They want a summary in the form of text. If in order to write the summary, you need to take one text box and we need to keep it wherever you want. And we need to start typing the summary. What you need to do? So I want to just type what you need to tell about these two visuals. And you want to do it from the scratch. You don't need to do all this. If you know that there is a visual called narrative visual, that summaries will be written automatically using what visual? Narrative visual. Using what visual? Narrative. What is the purpose of narrative visual is? Narrative visual is used to write the summaries for the visuals which are available in that page. Now, if I add the narrative visual here, which visual will add here? That narrative visual automatically will write what? Summary, text summary for what? The visuals available in that page. Visuals available in the page. What is the purpose of narrative visual? Narrative visual will write what? Summary for the visuals available in that page. Visuals available in that page. Whenever we need some summaries, if you can write from the scratch, you can write it. Otherwise, you can ask AI to write the summaries. Which one is writing the summary here? Yeah, I said that narrative visual is what visual? Yeah, AI will write the summaries here. Go and add the narrative visual. When you add the narrative visual, go here. There is a AI tool in Power BI called Copilot. You can ask Copilot or you can click on custom. I don't have license for Copilot. Leave it about it. Click on custom. When I click on custom, it will go and write some summaries here, guys. See here. It returns some summaries or not? So this text it written, you can read it. Sum of sales trending up resulting from what? 51% between 14 to 17. So that comparing 14 sales with 17 sales and they're telling how much growth is there. Like that they're telling technology had highest sum of sales. You can see this summary is related to what? Pie chart. It is telling what technology had what? Highest sum of sales followed by furniture followed by office supply. Technology itself is contributing how much percentage? That's it. So this summaries, it will write some summaries. If you like this summaries, you can keep it. Otherwise, you can customize it. You can do what? Developer can customize the summaries. If you don't like this summaries, what it is getting default, we can customize the summaries. We can what? Whatever the summary you are getting, you can change it however you like. Or if you don't like all this, you can remove and you can write your own summary. And the summaries are not static again. The summaries are dynamic based on visual interaction. Based on what? Visual. When I go and click on technology, previously it is showing 51%. Now it is showing what? 55%. So previously all three categories together, what is the growth? 51.41%. Only for technology, what is the growth? 55%. Like this, the summaries are not static, they are dynamic. So now I don't like all the summaries. I'll tell you guys how to write the summaries. I don't like all the summaries. What is there? I want to write my own summaries here. I want to show overall sales here. What I need to show? In the text box, I would like to show overall sales. How to show overall sales here is, can I go and type 2.3 million as the sales here is? I'm just typing 2.3 million. What you are writing? 2.3 million. When you type the sales value here, when I go and click on technology, is the sales value changing? No, whatever the summary you are writing, it should be dynamic. How you can make this summary dynamic is, try to understand. You can make this summary dynamic. How you can make this summary is, keep the cursor here and go and click on what? Value plus value. If I type the value like 2.3 million, it is a static number. I want to make this number dynamic. How can you make it is, keep the cursor here, click on what? Plus value. It will open a Q&A visual. Which visual? Q&A. What you would like to show there? Sales. Go and type the sales. When I type the sales here, you'll get some value. Click on save. Now you see you are getting overall sales here. What is the sales? 22 lakhs 97,000. When I click on technology, this number is changing or not? Right. So along with the sales, I would like to show profit, which should be dynamic. What I need to show? Profit. Profit 286K. Can I type like this and I can make it dynamic? No. How to make it dynamic? When I click on this, still it is showing 286. How to make this one also dynamic? Keep the cursor here. Click on plus value. What value you would like to show now? Profit. And just click on save. You'll get the profit value. Now when I go and click on technology, is both changing or not? Furniture, is it giving different values or not? The summaries will change. Like this, we can write our own summaries. We can write the text. Beside that, what value you want, you can use Q&A visual. You can write it. Simple. So what is the purpose of narrative visual? We'll write summaries for the visuals available in the page. You can customize that summaries and you can write your own summaries also. And I explain how to make that numbers dynamic. Okay. So this visual don't have any field wells. This visual don't have any visual formatting options. It have only what? General formatting options. Fine, guys. These are the visuals today I plan to discuss. So how many visuals I discussed today? So today's category is something called additional visuals or AI visuals. So how many visuals we discussed today? Funnel chart, scatter chart, decomposition 3, Q&A, narrative. How many visuals? 5 visuals. Go here, 5 write them. Where is that? Just go here and write that 5 visuals. So in this category, we discussed how many visuals? 5 visuals, guys. Let us stop here. No class tomorrow and day after tomorrow. We'll meet on what? Monday. Let us stop here. Anybody have any questions?